All right, ladies and gentlemen, up next in the Watching the Paint Dry series, a little tutorial or just a little run through of some graphics that I use. For the past year or so, on occasion, I've been using graphics made in Singular.live. It's a graphic cloud-based program designed for broadcast applications. Being that we're a non-profit and then we do some community service type of things, they allowed us to get a account for free, which is fantastic. So anyway, I'll just give you a little bit of rundown of show you how it looks and a couple ways that I use it here. All right, so you go to their website, of course, you log in. If I put in the right number, which I never do when I'm recording. There we go. It's the pressure, I think. This is our dashboard page for our Singular.live, and as you can see down here on the right hand side, I got a variety of things going on. Compositions are at the top, applications are down below, and there is a little bit of difference. Compositions is where you actually make them. The applications are actually the user interface to use them. Assets are things that you use within the context of those programs. So let's see here. We'll do the Miami County Fair, which I'm getting ready for. Alright, so I got my folder here. I picked the Miami County Fair. This is the composition for the Miami County Fair. Down here is the app. So I'll show you the app first, because when there's actually an event going on, this is actually the app that I am using. Alright, this is what the app page is. This is the nuts and bolts to get it on the air. Down on the right here, this is the output. So that shows you what graphics are going out, and this is the preview. Alright. So right there, I clicked on that. That brought up a preview of the full screen. If I want to go live, it's like running a VCR. Hit the play button. Alright. And what's on the right is going out on the air. So when you see black anywhere, that would be the video. So if I was at an event right now and it was a camera of the midway, the fairgrounds, that would be what would reveal itself when the full screen goes away. So I'd eventually be fading from that to a live camera source. So let's see here. Just for instance, there we go. We'll just use that. Alright, so that's what's actually there. So that'd be the title page. Turn that off. It'll fade to the live video. Now, normally I would have a bug. So the bug would be something like that. A bug is like the logo in the corner. It's either the program, sometimes it's of the channel, like CBS, you got the little eye in the lower right. That is called a bug. So this will essentially, this bug for the fair, everything I do for the fair, this bug will be over top of it. It just identifies what people are watching, and also if, 5-10 years from now I see this running on somebody else's YouTube page, I'll instantly know, hey, somebody's using my video, which that happens more than you think it would. Alright, in addition to bugs, I also will have lower thirds. Nothing fancy, real simple. So most likely what would happen is you'll see this go away here in a second. I got it programmed to last 10 seconds and then fade away. So once again, lower third pops up, be up for about 10 seconds, and then it'll fade away and leave just the bug. Another lower third, same thing basically. So what I would do here is I'd program it. So I got time and the date. This one, say heaven forbid I'm the host. Alright. Oops, that ain't what I want to do. I would program it to where this would go out live when I wanted it to. So that would be my next lower third. And I got Thomas Beck. I can duplicate this. Pick a name, Big Wes Martin, you know. And then just go down here and, you know, Wes Martin. You know. Then I could save that, and then when I wanted Wes Martin, I'd hit play, and that's how it would play. Now, this ain't working properly right now, because as you can see, you know, I don't want that bug on the screen when I got the full screen up. That just looks stupid. So we're going to do a little bit to fix that here. So in order to fix that, I got to go into the composition. So back here, click on the composition. All right. And basically what I have to do is if I want this full screen to cover up everything, I got to make sure my full screen part of my composition is at the top. Alright, so there we go. That put it on top. You can't see anything else. So I can just save out of that, or it auto saves in this case. I go back here and I refresh the composition. Alright. Now the full screen's up. Don't turn the bug on, turn the date and time. You don't see that anywhere. But if I turn the full screen off, voila, there you go. So most likely what would happen, I'll have full screen. I'll fade off to the event with the bug. And then I'll add the date and time. That'll be the next, you know, 10 seconds or so. And then I'll go into my program. However I decide I want to do that. I still got to do some work on the lower thirds. Something else I'll have is I got it. I made in composition. I made a crawl, so I can have this go across the top of the page. And most likely this would be a schedule of events for the day. You know, motorcycle race Tuesday 8 p.m. Demolition Derby Friday 7 p.m. Whatever I want to put up there, I will be able to put up there. And I can adjust the content in here. I can adjust the speed of the crawl. I can take it in and out simply by just turning it on and off. So pretty simple. Composition itself, full screen's pretty simple. You go into the subgroup. Pretty much all these elements are right in through here. I can edit them as I want. I can leave it to where I have to go into composition to edit it. I can also make it to where I can go in. I can edit it from the application as well. I could even get to where I could change logos in the app if I wanted to. So again, I can go back here. I can refresh it again. Here's my full screen. And then if I want to change the date, you know, to a specific date like that, voila, that's changed, goes live. And I'm good to go. Now, then I can go into here, back up to my main screen here, go into lower thirds, composition on lower thirds, and I can go ahead and change my information, my fill-in forms. I can reposition everything the way I want. Turn that off so we can see it and edit it. There we go. So there's my lower thirds. And the main thing is when you come out, you got to reset everything. Thomas Beck, Station Manager, WMPA TV. West Martin, Grand Marshal. Date and time. So I can basically build my whole show. If it's a structured show where I know everything is going to go on, I can just build the whole thing here, and then I just basically work my way down the entire list. So that's Singular in a nutshell, without getting too much into the nitty-gritty. It's pretty good. Like I said, it's free. It's got its quirks. It's not perfect. You also do have to have an internet with it up and running to be able to properly use it. But it does give you some advantages. And I will be using this again in 2024, but I won't necessarily be using it for everything. I used it for volleyball, which I'll definitely use it for volleyball again. Soccer, I will probably use it for soccer as well, because it worked pretty good for me, and soccer's pretty easy. So this gave me a clock that I could run down on. And I could just go into the score, change that easy enough, set it up. And customize it then. Change the logos, change the background colors. So go into Singular here, go into my assets, Covington, click on that. So just copy the URL address, pops up. This is all browser based. Come down in here, wipe the old one out, paste the new one in, and voila, that's changed to Covington. So, you know, if it was a different background, you know, if it was Bethel, you know, I could go in here and make it green, then change to Bethel Bees, or just whatever I want. So that's quick and easy, and so I do like Singular.live. I will use it for that. I probably will not use it for football this year, just because of some of the automation I want to do. Make it easier for my scorekeeper. I probably will not be using Singular for football, but I will for probably everything else except possibly basketball. If you watch basketball this year, you know, this was my doohickey for there. There's my full screen. Have my date and location that would go up. I'd have the recent scores running at the bottom. Matchup graphics. This is where it's really nice, is with these type of full screen graphics and stuff to get you up and running. That is really where its benefit is. So like with football, I'll still be using this for football, just not for the score. I'll probably be using it for pre-games and schedules and other information that I want to play on there. So actually, you know, I actually had this set up, so that was all the stuff I used in the pre-game. When the game started, I clicked on here. I bring up the scoreboard. Probably looks familiar to you. Click on that, you know, and basically, you know, we scored or somebody scored. you know, we could just add it and update it and be done with it. So same thing here. I can change the collars. This one's a little easier to move around if you want to change. Yeah. Boom, just like that. Change it to the Warriors, Dayton Christian. So pretty simple. Something I didn't use too much was the stat lines. I really liked those, but got to have somebody to get you some stats. You see it popping up there on the right. So now that's just a situation where you need more volunteers and you need more desk space than what you got sometimes. So I built that capability in to do stuff like that, but I haven't used it too much yet. So someday, if I ever get a truck or I have a true crew, I'll be able to do that. Halftime, I made a halftime bug this year. Let's get out of there. Don't need anything on here. Little halftime score bug. Then post game, just a, you know, thanks for coming to see us. See you next time type of thing. So that is Singular in a nutshell. Again, it's free. I'm happy with it. It does some amazing things. It's not necessarily as good as some stuff you could pay for, but it just honestly gets the job done, and I'm very, very happy with it. Definitely has stepped up what we could do. It's an improvement over what we had before, that's for sure. So there we go. Again, 4th of July. Got a little bug down in the corner. Got my full screen. So if I'm doing the parade, it'll be the parade. Come out to the parade with the bug in the corner, and then lower thirds. You know, that'll be the date and time, and then, you know, I'll duplicate it, and here it'd probably be you know, if I have an announcer, that'll be that. So that'll go away, bring up, voila. So again, nothing real fancy, but good enough to get the job done, and very happy with this. Now this here, that took me about 20 minutes to make. Miami County Fair about a half an hour. Sporting events took a little longer. I think I'm going to use the same ones from last year for the soccer, though. I definitely, if I do it next year, I'll have new graphics next year, because I get tired of looking at the same graphics all the time. But anyway, that's this episode of Watching the Paint Dry. I hope you enjoyed it.